Hey there, and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude, absent minded professor of knives and all things sharp. Seldom back, grab your pens and paper, class about to begin. Today, we're taking a look at the new one from Artisan, the Sea Snake. That's right, the Sea Snake. Almost a tongue twister in a way. Nice little knife. Basically, I'd classify this as a utility size knife. But before we get too far into the knife, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Here on Fridays, we mainly do knife reviews. Occasionally, I'll do a review of some piece of camping equipment or survival gear, flashlights, compasses, cooking equipment, that sort of thing. But mainly knives. Then on Mondays, I do knife basics, which you really need to know. This is aimed more at the person who's new to the world of knives and wants to know what we mean when we start using all these fancy terms. What is M690? What is RPM9? What is micarta? What is G10? All these little things. Basically, it's to help you get to the point where when you go to a knife show or a knife shop, you're not sitting there going, yeah, what he said. But rather know what they're actually talking about. For those of you who've been with us for a while, welcome back. I'm glad you could make it. Just got one question for y'all. Have you subscribed yet? Yay! Got a big round of applause and yeses on that one. Fantastic. And really, we're doing fairly well. We're up to 1,100 and some subscribers. Not too shabby for someone who a year ago didn't even have 500. But enough of that. Let's get on to the knife. That's what you're looking for, after all. The Sea Snake, yeah, I keep having troubles, is an interesting knife. Comes set up for a neck knife, but you can take the cord off and add a clip or whatever you want, attach molding, strapping, that sort of thing. Nice designed sheath. Blade itself is a nice design. Got a very sweet finger choil. I mean, that's perfect. Your finger's not going right up onto the cutting edge very easily. The blade itself is a new steel that Artisan and CJRB recently came up with called RPM9. I covered this on my review of a CJRB knife, but in case you didn't see that, RPM9 is a steel that Artisan wanted something with the corrosion resistance of 14C28N and the hardness of D2 tool steel. So they came up with the RPM9 steel. It's a powdered steel, which means it's got a much finer grain texture than many others. And so far, with my limited experience with it, it definitely seems to be holding up to what they were asking of it. Seems very sweet. As far as the size of this, let me double check. It's here. Yep, it's 6 3/4 inches overall. Very nice finger jimping there. Makes it easy. Gorgeous jimping on the back side. I'm sorry, that's not jimping, that's cut out, but And if you do choke up, it fits even nicer in the hand. It's really cuts in there. There's no lanyard hole, unfortunately, which is a shame, but is full tang. G10 handle scales. Comes a very nice green, as you can see. All in all, very, very sweet. But how does it do in our regular battery test? That's the real question, isn't it? So let's see here. I'll start by getting a piece of scrap paper out. Now the Malaya did fantastic. It's the same steel. Let's see how this one does. Very sweet. Very nice indeed. Okay, how about cardboard? It is a utility-sized knife, so you'd be using it to open boxes quite frequently. Let's see here. Straight through easily. Cut fairly easily, though I was going through a piece of tape. And this is double layer corrugated, so let's see how well it does this way. Well, okay. Fine. We'll do it this way then. You know what? As long as there's no tape there, it's slicing up the cardboard like nobody's business. And it's still cutting through reinforced tape quite nicely. So yeah, it's going to open up any box you can think of fairly quickly and fairly easily, which is nice. Let's see here. Let's get some paracord out here. Better end. Here we go. Let's see here. Well, that was like butter. And gorgeous. Let's get it down to tiny little loop. We can just get the tip through. And cut that beautifully. Sweet. Let's see about hang packaging. Once again, I'm not being able to get Gold Peak peach or raspberry tea. I don't know whether Coke's discontinuing it or what, but I can get the sweet, which is too sweet for my taste, the extra sweet, which is just pure sugar, or the diet, which unfortunately triggers migraines in me. So, oh well, we'll use a regular soda bottle this time. Let's see how it does. Tip went right in. Only problem I have is it keeps trying to slide up to the finger choil, which limits the cutting ability. But it still made a nice fast work of that. Nice. Let's see here. Strapping. Go ahead and putting a vice grip on the end of the strap to give it the weight of a buckle, and let's see how it does. Halfway through. Actually 2/3 of the way through. And very clean cuts. I like that. That is sweet. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Oh, yes. Put that down there. Let's get the leather out. Definitely need to buy some more leather here. This is getting well whittled down. But heavy gauge cowhide. Perfect for making chaps, sheaths, saddlebags for your bike, all that sort of thing. And like shaving it, let's see about actually cutting it though. Okay. Yeah. I cut it beautifully. A little small to use as a skinning knife maybe, but considering the way it took care of the leather, it probably would work, which is always good to know. Let's see here. Zip tie. One zip tie. have heard me talk about zip ties and how handy they are for quite some time now, so I'm not going to repeat all that, but let's see how well this cuts them. 1, 2. Not bad considering I hadn't put any real pressure against it. And see about trimming it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not quite what I'd hoped, but did alright. Let's see how it does on chopping it. It's definitely got a Warncliffe style blade, so and it's chopping it alright, not bad at all. Let's see what it does on this piece of 2x4. We'll start here since it won't chop on this side anyway. Feathering it up nicely. So small I don't think it would be much good at chopping, but we'll give it a try anyway. Let's find a space. There we go. It's chopping into it nicely. I'd say too small to really make fast work of it, but you know, that's always handy. Rock maple or hard maple. Let's see. Stabs into it nicely. And it feathers that up. And I mean, there is a reason why they make cutting boards out of hard maple. So if it can feather it up, it's doing pretty well. Let's see here. Last test. Just in case. Let's see here. Got a piece of wiring harness here. Let's see how it does on this. I cut that very quickly and very easily. I don't know that a pair of wire cutters would do better, truthfully. Let's see how well it strips. Stripped it beautifully. So I don't even see markings where I did that. I see some markings where I cut the leather, but not from the wiring harness. Yeah, those markings have gone away with just wiping it with my shirt. Sweet. Let's see if any of that, especially the hard maple, did any damage to the blade. Sure didn't. So there you have it. The Sea Snake from Artisan, made with her new AR RP M9 steel. The more I test this steel, the more impressed I am. I mean, it's definitely not high budget. Suggested retail price is only $53.99. If I remember correctly, I'm asking $41.95 on my website for it. And the sheath, as I said, is quite nice. Works well for a neck knife. Very nicely. Or if you want, you can put a clip on it and attach it to your belt for either regular carry or scout carry, whichever you prefer. But gotta get on with a couple other things here. Got excuse me. Here my son, so I've got to get him some breakfast. Got a couple packages I need to finish packing up so I get them mailed out. And of course I've got a gun show coming up soon, so I need to get that ready again. I had one the other week that kind of surprised me. I had put out a tray of the old P38 can openers. I didn't think anything of them when I was packing up. And the other day I went to get them out of the trailer to see how many I had left and make sure it matched with the inventory. I don't have any left. Looks like someone managed to dump the bowl that held them into their pocket at the gun show and just left the empty bowl on the table. I never noticed. Rather disturbing, that. I mean, okay, so they're $1 each, so even if there were only 50 of them, that's $50 gone, which hurts, but it's not a big deal. Just annoying. But you didn't come here to hear that, and I hope you did enjoy what you did come for. In the meantime, I'll leave you with a couple videos right over here you can enjoy. As always, you can hit that target right over there to subscribe. I hope you do. And remember, maybe ability that decides what you can do. Maybe motivation decides what you will do. But it's attitude that decides how well you do it. So if you're going to do it with attitude. See you now. Bye.